Clarion. Thanks for joining us tonight on CATV News. I'm Angele Schembri.
And I'm Healy. Tonight, a woman died after crashing her car in Sandy Lake.
Plus, the Clarion Hospital emphasizes the importance of getting a flu shot. It's our top story tonight on CATV.
Turn to this camera.
Officials at Clarion hospitals are encouraging everyone, especially its workers, to get the flu immunization. According to new hospital regulations, which will be in effect December 1st, employees who have not received the flu shot will be required to wear a mask when within 6 feet of a patient. Laurie Lancer, an infection preventionist at the hospital, advises people to not be alarmed when seeing staff members wearing these masks, as it is just a way to ensure further health measures. Anyone with flu-like symptoms such as coughing, sore throat, fatigue, fever, and body aches is advised to avoid visiting patients at the hospital.
Last week, the university held training related to bomb threats on campus. Our own Angele Schembri was there and has the story.
Every month, emergency training is held. Last Tuesday, bomb threats training took place at Gamel. The Office of Emergency Management organizes these to maximize human safety and survival. Glenn Reed tells CUTV News more about responding to bomb threats.
The first thing you should do as far as the response goes is to dial 911. But telephone calls aren't the only way you receive bomb threats. They can come through the mail. They can be anonymous notes left in different places. There's many ways that they can come through, and every way has a different way of responding. But the first thing you have to do is notify the police.
What should a person do if such a threat is received when in a building?
If it comes to you directly, perhaps you work in an office and they're giving you the idea that there's a bomb and they tell you where it is, evacuate the building and secure the area would be one of the first things I would do after notifying the police. And some people say pull the fire alarm. I would not necessarily do that to evacuate a building. It could be a frequency-based bomb, and pulling the fire alarm could detonate it.
Most of the time, bomb threats do not lead to actual bombs. However, it's better to be prepared.
Don't think it can't happen here. I hear a lot of that. I see a lot of that, whether I'm talking about active shooters or bomb threats or floods or fires. Everyone seems to, I shouldn't say everyone, but many people seem to think that, oh, it couldn't happen here, or they take for granted that it won't happen, or they just ignore it because it hasn't happened. But it doesn't mean that it can't happen.
For CUTV News, I'm Angele Schembri. A two-vehicle traffic accident took place yesterday morning on the Clarion River Bridge in Paint Township. The crash happened when 18-year-old Emily Gates from Powell, Ohio, slowed down for traffic due to roadworks. A Lexus driven by 67-year-old Robert Gamel was unable to stop in time and crashed into the rear of Ms. Gates's Ford. Gamel was charged with a traffic violation. However, all those involved were wearing seatbelts and no one was injured.
A 21-year-old woman died early this morning after crashing her car in Sandy Lake. According to Mercer Police, Amanda Jones, the driver of the 1992 BMW Coupe, was traveling on Main Street when she drove off the roadway at about 2:35 a.m. Speeding is believed to have been involved as she crashed into a tree, hitting the front driver's side. The car continued moving over a sidewalk and into a stone wall where Jones was ejected from the vehicle. Police officials say that there were no signs that the driver had applied brakes to avoid the collision. Jones was pronounced dead at the scene by Deputy Coroner Robert Schneider, who still has yet to determine the cause of the accident and whether to investigate if any alcohol was involved.
Zipcar has officially launched at Clarion University. The car sharing program is now available for students, faculty, and staff ages 18 and over. CUTV Priya Royster was at the launch and has more details.
On Tuesday, October 15th, Clarion University launched a new partnership with the car sharing program Zipcars in front of Eagle Commons. Representatives from Zipcars were at the launch to answer questions for anyone who was interested in signing up. Zipcars are available to students, faculty, and staff 18 and over, as well as local members of the community 21 and over. Anyone over 18 can sign up for as low as $25. Once a member is signed up, in 5 to 7 days, members will receive their Zip card, which is used to lock and unlock the vehicle and also acts as their credit card for gas. Once unlocked, the keys are already in the vehicle under the dash and to the right of the steering wheel. Clarion will offer 2 vehicles, a Ford Focus and a Mazda 3, which will both be located on campus in parking lot 12 near the tennis courts.
And once you sign up for your membership online, it's about 5 to 7 days before you actually get your card that you can start using the car. So it's about a 5 to 7 day turnaround time. And then once you have your card, you can reserve the car either with your smartphone or on a computer somewhere as little as a minute before you need it. If there's cars available, you can reserve it up to a year in advance or as short as a minute before you need it if they're available.
It's a car sharing program, so with memberships. So they ask that you be courteous and timely in your reservation, and that when you come and get the car, you come as close to your reservation as time as possible, and that you have the car back in a couple minutes of your reservation time. If there are problems and you see you're going to be late, for instance, if you get into a traffic situation where there's an accident or something and you know you're going to be late, you can call Zipcar and you can tell them that you're going to be late or that you're running behind, and you can extend the time if the car is not available to the next person, if it's not been shared out, right? If it has been shared out, then there would be fees that would be attached.
CSA, the Student Association, is who's sponsoring the program. They've signed the contract with Zipcar. There is no cost to the university or the Student Association for this. It's mainly just a service that we're providing to our students. We knew there's a need. A lot of our students don't have cars. What's nice, you can rent it for as little as an hour, so if a student wants to run somewhere that they don't want to take the bus, $7.50. Yeah, 7.50 cents an hour during the week, $8.50 on the weekend. If you want to take a couple hours and go to Grove City Outlets or the mall or up in Oil City, up towards Oil City, there's another mall. You know that you could use that for a pretty reasonable rate. Get a couple of your friends. You know, most of the cars you're going to easily get 4 people in. You could get 5.
The Zipcars event turned out to be a great success. It's a big opportunity for students, faculty, and staff members, so make sure you take advantage of that. Live from Eagle Commons, I'm Priya Royster reporting for CU TV News.
A Calensburg man is jailed after cashing a number of fraudulent checks. According to police, Jason Terwin stole a number of checks from Parker resident Paul Schlaugenhoop last month. Terwin cashed a total of $4,000 until he was arrested by police. He is currently being held in the Clarion County Prison on $15,000 cash bond.
The registration plate was stolen from a vehicle in Clarion County over the weekend. Officials say the plate was stolen from a 2011 Dodge Avenger sometime while it was parked at the Quality Inn in Monroe Township. Anyone with information is asked to contact Pennsylvania State Police in Clarion at the number below.
And Brynne Buchner joins us now with weather. Brynne, what can we expect for this weekend? More rain? Do we have a break?
Well, you know, it's rain, 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 rain. You know, rain, rain, go away. But that's not happening anytime soon. But see, maybe it will. Find out later in the week. I'll have the 8-day outlook, the almanac, and much more coming up for you after the break. Good evening, Clarion, and thank you for joining me, Brynne Buchner, for your Thursday night weather report. To start off, we're going to take a look at the almanac and find out what the normals and actuals were comparing today. For your normals, a high today was 52 and a low was 36, but the actuals were much higher than that at 61 and 43, so luckily we're not dipping down too low just yet. The records for today were a high of 79 with a low of a below freezing 18 degrees. The sun rose this morning at 7:30 a.m. and has unfortunately already set at 6:33 p.m. Those days are getting shorter and shorter in regards to the daylight. Currently in Clarion, there's some rain falling outside. Shocker there, 50 degrees. The winds are coming from the west at 19 miles per hour, so it's pretty windy. There's a 55% precipitation, but when I came in, there was definitely a 100% chance of it. Current conditions around your area: up in Erie, 53 degrees, down in Pittsburgh, 54 degrees, over in Johnstown, 56, State College, 63, and Harrisburg, breaking the mid-60s at 67 degrees right now. Overnight here in Clarion, some more rain. We're going to have about a 70% chance of that happening, so keep your umbrellas out, keep your rain boots out. It's going to happen. The winds are still coming from the west direction at 13 miles per hour with a high of 43 tonight. So not too chilly, but it's definitely getting lower as the year goes on. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. The rain is going to go away. Hopefully, there's only a 20% chance, so I'm pretty sure that it'll hold off tomorrow. The winds once again coming from the west-southwest at 13 miles per hour. And your highs around the nation: Seattle, 63, Los Angeles, 82, down in Dallas, 72, over in St. Louis, 62, and over on the East Coast in Washington, D.C., 69 degrees tomorrow. So tomorrow we should have a pretty mild day. For your 8-day outlook tomorrow, as I said, mostly cloudy skies. At least it's not raining, with a high of 59 degrees. Saturday and Sunday for your weekend, it's going to be a good weekend to just stay inside, as the rain will continue to fall, with highs in the lower 50s and lows in the 30s. Monday, at least you'll start off your week on a good note. Mostly cloudy and 59 degrees. However, it looks a little bit down for the rest of your weekend. Tuesday through Thursday, showers with highs in the 50s and mid-40s. And Friday, things are going to clear up and you'll have a high of 46 degrees, and your low is going to mark just at freezing with 32 degrees.
Oh, it seems like we're going to have quite some rain coming for us this week.
Angele, it does look like that. Just keep your umbrellas out. But luckily, I saw next week there's only about a 30% chance of precipitation most days, except Tuesday. I think there's about 50. So hopefully it'll hold off. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not like today.
The only disappointing thing I see is the temperatures dropping into the 40s.
The lows, yeah.
I'm not looking
Friday,
forward to this cold weather.
And it's raining a lot, so that means there might be snow in the future.
Hopefully it can hold off for a little bit longer until we get into at least November. So.
Yeah, hopefully November.
All right. Thanks, Brynne.
Thank you.
Avoiding certain foods can help us live a healthier life. In today's Health Minute, reporter Holly Furfer talks to an expert about the 5 food felons.
When it comes to eating, there are good guys and bad guys. So, take this advice.
1 is eat the right portion size. 2 is eat a variety of foods. 3 is avoid the 5 food felons.
Never heard of the 5 food felons? Well, first on the list is saturated fat, which you find in things like fatty meats and foods containing palm or coconut oil.
The second one is avoid trans fat. It's a poison.
Trans fats not only raise our bad cholesterol, but they lower our good. You find them in some margarines and in commercially baked goods such as cookies and cakes. The other 3 food felons all have something in common.
You want to avoid simple sugars, added syrups, and any grain that isn't 100% whole grain.
That's because they can all cause unhealthy spikes and then dips in our blood sugar, which may increase our risk for diabetes.
You want no more than 4 grams of sugar per hour.
Or about 1/3 of a teaspoon. The best way to put the cuff on the 5 food felons is to go for the good guys. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat proteins. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
Coming up, a natural gas leak sends fire crews to evacuate a house in the waterfront.
Plus, efforts are underway to help a family involved in a deadly house explosion.
We'll have all this and more after the break.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Can't find your one-of-a-kind ingredient? Looking to challenge your appetite with exotic flavor? Your search ends at 6th & Main's unique array of groceries and ingredients. Specializing in the not-so-widely available, 6th & Main is Clarion's supplier of the striking tastes that shape a stylish palate. With their varied styles and unmatched selection, 6th & Main has got the taste you have only dreamt about. Let your taste run wild at 6th & Main.
I got no pulse. We're losing him.
Charging. He's in VFib.
Shock him. Drives it road all the time. Just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear. You just buzzed. Just buzzed? You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right. This isn't happening. You'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really? No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shock him.
Welcome back. A substitute at the Northgate School District High School was found passed out in front of the classroom yesterday afternoon. Bellevue Police Sergeant Mike Hudson, school resource officer for the school district, found 26-year-old Christopher Chapetta passed out in front of the students. Chapetta, who is not an employee of Northgate, was subbing for an art class when he took a break around noon. When Chapetta returned, he reportedly passed out in the classroom. After police found 4 bags of heroin in Chapetta's pockets and marijuana in his car, Chapetta admitted to using heroin at 6 o'clock in the morning. Chapetta is facing drug charges and endangering welfare of children and is currently in the Allegheny County Jail on $10,000 straight bond.
Authorities are on the lookout for 2 men who broke into a Bloomfield apartment early this morning. The men broke into a couple's apartment on South Mathilda Street at 12:45 a.m. while wearing masks and sweatshirts. They carried a shotgun and handgun, and authorities believe the 2 stole money along with several items. The couple was not hurt during the break-in. The suspects are believed to be between the ages of 18 and 22. No arrests have been made at this time.
A possible natural gas leak on Washington's Landing brought fire crews to the scene. Several people reported smelling a strong smell of gas shortly before noon. Firefighters said they have evacuated some people from an office building on Waterfront Drive while they look into what may be causing the smell. Crews on the scene are still investigating.
A new effort is underway to help a family involved in a deadly house explosion in West Virginia last week. Hannah Mozingo, 13, died when her house exploded in Fallensby last week. Residents of the small town said they are eager to help the family in any possible way they can. A printing shop began selling Team Hannah t-shirts this week to honor the young girl. The printing shop owner says that over 1,000 t-shirts have already been sold. Family members said they are grateful and overwhelmed by the support.
A man robbed a bank in Bethel Park Wednesday afternoon. The robbery occurred at Northwest Savings Bank branch located on Library Road. The robber reached over the counter, grabbed cash, and then fled on foot. Workers were locked inside the facility during the robbery. Battle Park Police described the robber as a white man with approximately 5'10" with a thin build. He was wearing a gray Adidas hooded sweatshirt and a bright red lettering. He had a hood up and was wearing a ball cap. If you recognize the suspect, contact Battle Park Police. And now with sports, over to Matt Catrillo.
Now, Matt, we're in the heart of postseason baseball. We had some ALCS action. We had some NLCS action yesterday. What do you got for us?
Well, a great sports night if you're a baseball fan, Lauren. Well, I'll have highlights of both the League Championship Series games coming up, plus a little bit of hockey action as the Rangers taking on the Capitals. All that coming up next in sports.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is Trump driving.
TV, please.
Tired of waiting till next summer to get your tan back? Then come on down to Total Body Tanning Center on Main Street. Fully equipped with 10 beds ranging from basic to the most powerful Star Power, 2 standing beds, and a vanity area. Total Body has everything you need to get that perfect tan. Choose from a wide array of lotions, body stickers, skinny wraps, and more. Total Body accepts $80, offers monthly specials, and even has a drawing for a free tan for one customer each week. So don't wait till next summer. Come on down to Total Body Tanning Center, located at 535 Main Street, right next to the county seat.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Good evening, Clarion. I'm Matt Catrillo with your Thursday night sports report. With their backs against the wall, the LA Dodgers are looking for a Hollywood comeback. The St. Louis Cardinals lead the 2013 NLCS 3-1 heading into Game 5 yesterday. Trying to start that Hollywood comeback, the Dodgers brought in a celebrity everyone loves for some good luck.
Batting fourth, at first base, number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
Oh, you just gotta love Will Ferrell. So we're back at Dodger Stadium. Let's get to the game now. Bottom of the second, Juan Uribe had to play for the Dodgers. He hits an RBI single right up the middle to center field. The run scores and it makes it 1-0 Dodgers. Now Zach Greinke helping out his own cause next with an RBI single to left. And that makes it 2-0 Dodgers. Cardinals would tie it in the third, but Adrian Gonzalez gives the lead right back to LA with this big solo shot to right field. That's gone. That gives LA the lead back at 3-2, and that's the first home run of the series for the Dodgers. Bottom of the eighth, Gonzalez going deep again with his second home run of the game to right field, right on the pole. That makes it 6-2 Dodgers. Gonzalez finishes the day 3 for 4 with 2 home runs. Top of the ninth, St. Louis cutting the lead to 2, but Kensley Jansen strikes out Adron Chambers for the win, and the Dodgers hang on 6-4, cut the series lead. Now St. Louis leads the series 3-2. Game 6 tomorrow night.
I was just trying to look for a fastball.
After blowing a 5-1 lead in Game 2 and after a tough 1-0 loss in Game 3 to the Boston Red Sox, the Detroit Tigers look to avoid being on the brink of elimination in the 2013 ALCS. To Comerica Park we go. On the hill for the Tigers is Doug Fister. Man on third and 2 out. He freezes J.D. Drew to end the inning in the top of the second, and we remain scoreless. Then we go to the bottom of the second. Detroit already up 1-0 with the bases loaded. Jose Iglesias hits a ground ball to second. Dustin Pedroia boots it. Both Sox get the force at second, but a run still scores to make it 2-0 Detroit. Next batter up is Torrey Hunter. He laces one down the third base line and to left. 2 runs will score. Detroit extends their lead to 4-0 as they continue to open it up against the Red Sox here in the bottom of the second. Next batter up then is going to be Miguel Cabrera. And he singles this pitch right back up the middle to center field. That will score Torrey Hunter, and now it's 5-0 Detroit. Austin Jackson now up at the plate in the bottom of the fourth as he moved from the leadoff spot to the 8th spot in the lineup for the first time in his career. Still comes through with a hard liner off of Pedroia's glove. Omar Infante scores from second, and that would be it for Jake Peavy, and that would be it for the Boston Red Sox in this game as the Tigers come back and win it 7-3. Series now tied at 2, and Game 5 is tonight at 7:30.
It felt a little different. I mean, just hitting down in the order and coming up after, guys have already hit and, getting a chance to see what he's doing to guys. I think that it definitely helped to be able to, get to see, some of the pitches that he was throwing other guys and just have a game plan when you go up there.
The New York Rangers, in the midst of a 9-game road trip to start the season, stopped in the nation's capital last night to face Alexander Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. Both teams are off to a slow start this season, looking to get on a winning track. We go now to Verizon Center. Everyone getting ready to go for a big Wednesday night rivalry game. We pick it up now midway through the first period with the Capitals on the power play. Alex Ovechkin gets a wide open shot from this left circle and a great save by Rangers goalie Henrik Lundqvist. And we are still scoreless. Now midway through the second period, 4-on-4 hockey. John Moore gets the puck out in front of the goal, and he was able to knock it right there off the post and in for the goal, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead. A little soon after, the Rangers still on the attack in the Washington zone. Brad Richards with a nice pass to the captain, Ryan Callahan, for the wrister, and the Rangers take a 2-0 lead. Now we go late in the third period, about 2 minutes to go. Hendrik Lundqvist going for the shutout. He stops a series of Capitals shots on goal, and he gets his 46th career shutout as the Rangers go on to beat the Washington Capitals by a score of 2-0 as they try and get back on the winning track. That's all for sports. Have an Eagle-tastic night. Let's send it back to Lauren and Angele.
Matt, such exciting baseball action we have here with the postseason, moving right along. Now, do you have any predictions for the teams that you're going to see in the World Series?
I think you're going to see a rematch of the 06 World Series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers. Both teams looking really good right now.
Absolutely, and just when you think, Boston's on fire, Detroit comes in, splits the series 2-2, so I guess we'll see who's going to take it tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game tonight. It could be the series decider.
Absolutely. Thanks, Matt.
House Speaker John Boehner admits he lost the fight in the showdown, but despite the overall loss, he's getting a lot of support from fellow Republicans. Joe Johns looks at what the loss will mean for him going forward.
In the end, Republicans came away with almost nothing, yet behind closed doors, Speaker John Boehner got a standing ovation from colleagues and spoke to a hometown radio station.
We fought the good fight. We just didn't win.
It was hard to find anyone in the GOP ranks with a harsh word to say about the man who had led them to defeat.
I've actually been really proud of Speaker Boehner the last 2.5 weeks. I don't think that he should be ashamed of anything that he has done.
Public polling shows that Boehner and the Republican Party suffered the most damage, but the early line is that this disaster isn't the Speaker's fault.
I don't think we could have a better Speaker under even more difficult circumstances than we have here. He's not in an enviable position.
While no one in power is suggesting Boehner's role as Speaker is now in jeopardy, the political reality is that it's an enormous loss for him and for his party.
I don't think it's a good thing for the Republicans in the House when we basically recede to the Democrat Senate and to the President who want to spend money and borrow more money with no structural reforms. I don't think you can call that a victory.
Congressman Joe Barton voted no on the bill but still supports the Speaker.
You never are in as good a shape as you could have been when you lose as opposed to winning. I voted for him for Speaker back in January. I would vote for him again.
But when this issue comes up again early next year, it could be tougher sledding for Boehner because the conservative Republicans who picked this fight are not going away.
We should be talking about cutting spending before we start raising America's debt ceiling.
Looking ahead, one question will be who's really running the House, whether the Speaker can ever assert real control or if factions inside his party can keep calling the shots. Joe John, CNN, Washington.
Brynne Buchner joins us now with the final look at weather.
Thank you, Angela. I think we're going to take a look at the 8-day, but as you've already seen, it's going to be rain, go away, but unfortunately it won't. For tomorrow, though, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies, so enjoy it while it lasts because your weekend is going to be very wet, not dry at all, with highs in the lower 50s. Monday, your only good day of the week almost next week, 59 just like Friday. Tuesday through Thursday in the heart of your week, rain will be falling down. Highs in the lower 50s to mid-40s. Friday, ending your week on a good note, starting and ending on a good note with mostly cloudy skies. High of 46 degrees and a low right at freezing, like I said. So that's kind of scary that our lows are dipping down.
Thank you, Britt, for that.
Thank you.
And that's news for tonight. Britzy, Hal, and Priya Royster will be here tomorrow at noon for the latest in news, sports, and weather.
And don't forget to tune in to CUTV News every weeknight at 6:30.
For everyone here at CUTV News, I'm Angele Schembri.
And I'm Lauren Healy. Don't go away. Change Your Tune is up next. Ew.